Hello people, I am JABY KOAY. Joining me is Greg ALBA, my brother.
Hi.
So real quick, I just wanted to talk with Greg and get his opinion on the change that's happening for Game of Thrones Season 7. If you guys haven't heard, basically what's happening is instead of 10 episodes, they're doing 7 episodes, right?
Yep.
And what they're trying to do is basically just make those 7 episodes bigger in scale and size and scope to give you like more epic episodes instead of, you know, spreading it out into 10. I wanted to hear your thoughts on that and how you felt about having less episodes, because you just powered through Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
All the way up to the end of 6.
Took me a month and I've watched all 6 seasons.
How are you feeling about Game of Thrones so far?
I love it. I think it's one of the best shows of all time.
Okay.
It's kind of a bummer because I already hated that there was only 10 episodes.
That's how I felt too.
I was already like, anytime a season was over, even though I had 6 to go through, I was always like, oh, man.
It always felt too short.
Yeah, it felt too short. I'm used to at least there being 13 episodes and something.
Right.
So to cut it down is kind of a bummer. But are they doing that thing? This is what I don't know for sure. They're doing that thing where it's like, is this the last season, or
No.
are they doing like 2 more?
There's going to be one more season after this, and they are predicting that it's probably going to be 7 or 8 episodes.
Okay.
For the final season.
Gotcha.
But the length of the final episode is still up in the air, meaning it could be like a feature-length film in terms of its length.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I think that scaling down to 7 episodes to provide more epic scale is all right for this specific season.
Yeah.
Because the show is like one giant buildup. Like,
yeah, well, exactly.
That is the entire show. It's
right.
like a long ass buildup. So if they want, and I noticed that as the seasons progress, the effects did get better. Mm-hmm. The battlefield sequences did get better.
Yeah.
So they do need a budget to top what they've done so far.
Yeah.
I could see why they would go, we need to scale this back in terms of quantity of episodes in order to provide us with something the audiences will be wowed by. And I'm excited for it because I don't know of a TV show ever doing that.
Right. Just so you guys know, for reference, the article I read is by IGN.com. It's called "The Size and Scale of Game of Thrones is Increasing in Season 7." What they also mentioned in this article is that it's going to give you the feeling of things finally wrapping up. You're going to have more crossover between characters as opposed to it being, you know, separate storylines, which I'm actually excited to see because I was getting irritated for a while that everything was this separate thing, and so it's like you got 5 minutes of a character, then it moved on to someone else, and it's like that's all you got for that character in the entire episode. So I'm happy to see them coming back together again.
Well, I kind of think that they do that pretty well, though, because it's taking time on who to focus on and which episode and who to give just a minimal amount of screen time to. Yeah. There's always building to Daenerys coming in at the final season and having her big showdown. I love that buildup of seeing her rise to there. So I'm hoping that the dragon sequences and all that with them attacking King's Landing and everything will be fucking epic. I'm sure they're just going to throw some awesome surprises too. I'm excited. This is the guy who plays Jorah who said that.
Yes.
Khaleesi, please. Please, Khaleesi.
Do you think he's going to die?
Yeah. I totally think he's going to die. I hope all of them die. I want all of them to die except for Arya Stark.
I'm a little like just weirded out by the fact that like the books aren't even done yet and they're already planning for the end of season 8. Like, is the next book, I don't think, is the final book.
No, it's not. But I still think, though, that the show had a very specific tale they're trying to tell, though.
Right.
Especially with, and I feel like it all comes back to Daenerys.
Right.
So.
But is this show ending at the same point that the final book is ending?
I doubt it. Do
you think it's going to go beyond?
Yeah, maybe they'll turn it into a movie after this. Huh? How cool would that be?
Yeah.
Get a trilogy of Game of Thrones movies. No. Oh, come on. People would so pay for
People
that.
will pay for it, but it'd just be, like, annoying.
It would be, but I would be there.
It would just piss me off if the final episode of Season 8 is just like, and now there's more to come. And it's like, no, just wrap this shit up. It's just like, wrap it up. Final, like, because like you were saying, you know, it feels like this constant build-up and continuation, and that was getting on my nerves.
Okay.
Like, that was my one criticism of Game of Thrones, is that nothing felt like complete episodes or complete seasons. It always felt like it was building up towards the next thing.
Yeah, that's the one challenge I have with this show, is actually differentiating some of the seasons. because I'm just like, it all just feels like one long story, but one after the next.
But you crammed it all into a month.
No, I feel like a lot of the times you mention stuff that happens in the show, and they'll be like, what season was that again? And I feel like with other shows, I can easily go, oh, it's this season. But this show, specifically, it can get a little muddied.
Okay. All right, well, thanks you guys for hanging out with us. Again, let us know in the comments how you feel about this change in Game of Thrones. Check out Greg Alba on The Real Rejects, youtube.com/TheRealRejects. He's also on Twitter and Instagram, and...
I'm a man of the Night's Watch.
All right. Subscribe to the channel. I'm JABY KOAY. This is...
Jon Snow.
Peace out.